This demo will go over the features and functions of PSISearch. PSISearch is a robust desktop search and retrieval application. The application can either be added to PSIGEN PSICapture as a retrieval module, or it can be run as a standalone workstation search utility. If I click on the retrieval module within the PSICapture interface, it brings up the PSISearch query window, and I have the capability to run different query types. I can set query parameters based on the repository and the document type that I'm looking for. And if I wanted to, I could come in and actually run a query. So we'll go ahead and run a query on a specific vendor, Quick Fuels. When I click my search button, it brings back all the invoices that match my search criteria. When I do that, I can see all of the index fields for the specific document. I can go between my search results. I can switch my view, so if I wanted it in a grid view, that's the default. And then I can actually view it in a form view as well, where I've got my notes and my edit data down below. But in the grid view, I've got my notes and my edit metadata icons here. So if I wanted to add a note to this document, I can click on New Note, type in my note, put in my name, click Save, and now that note is tagged to that document, and anybody that retrieves it can view my notes. When I click Close, you can see that the note goes from gray to yellow, indicating that there's an existing note on the document. My other icon, I can actually come in and edit my index fields. Okay, so if there was something wrong, I could come in here and edit. What a lot of customers do, they can add an additional field called Notes or Description, where you can actually type in and add information to that document. Within the product, we actually have a notion of a queue, and what the queue provides us the ability to do is add documents. Okay, so if I'm working here and I've got a couple invoices that I'm working on, I'll go ahead and add them to my queue. And after I add a certain number of documents, I can come in and actually view my process queue. When I view my queue, I have some information about it, when they were added to the queue. I can choose to select or unselect all the documents that I've added to my queue. And at this point in time, I can print or email. I can choose to include annotations. I can combine the documents and email them as an individual file. So in this particular example, if I'm working with invoices for a vendor and I've got some questions and I want to email multiple invoices, I can do that really quickly and easily. Okay, and then before I go, I'll go ahead and clear the queue. Within the product, we've also got the ability to zoom, rotate, do a bunch of different applications to the document. And we've also got an annotation suite. So within the annotation suite, I've got the ability to put text on the document. I can freehand draw, use a line tool. I can draw shapes like a box for highlighting. And I've also got a stamp tool. So with my stamp tool, I can go ahead and create a stamp on the document, come in and edit it. Let's say I wanted to make a paid stamp. I can do that, and then I can move, resize the image around the document. I also have the capability, if I came in here, let's say I wanted to highlight, I can highlight a document, come in here, I can make it translucent, so it's like a highlight. And move it around to a certain location, and then I have the capability to save the annotations, and when I save them, they're just a layer with the document. Okay. Now this product actually has a seamless integration with PSICapture, so if you wanted to capture documents and have a nice simple search annotation tool, we can do that. And on as far as the repositories that we can integrate with, we have our own repository, but we also have the capability to actually build all the metadata information into either an Access or SQL database to give you some really powerful scalable search capabilities. So that's it in a nutshell on PSISearch. If you have any questions, contact your reseller or you can contact sales@PSIGEN.com. Thanks.